Good afternoon to one and all. We have discussed yesterday class about the syllabus introduction of electrical measurement and instrumentation subject. The whole syllabus already we have discussed. Yes, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to start the first unit that is called basic concept of measurement. Today we are going to discuss the basic concept of measurement. This one, the main thing we are going to discuss is what do you mean by what is the concept of measurement, what is the block diagram, like that we are going to discuss here now. So unit 1, that is called basic concept of measurement. Okay, so last class we have told you people the how many units are there, how many sections are there, and each section how much time it is going to consume for the preparation and all the things. Can anyone tell how many units are there total? Total number of units are?
Six.
How many? Yes. Nobody is replying again.
6 units.
6 units are there. 2 sections are there, I told. So out of that 6th unit, today we are going to discuss the first unit, that is called introduction of measuring system. Okay, measurement system, the concept of measuring system. The first, anyone, can you tell me what do you mean by measuring instrument? If something you are going to measure that one. So what do you mean by that? That instrument we are going to call as measuring unit. Yes, the device, the measuring instrument is a device or it may be an instrument we are going to use for comparing the unknown quantity with the unit of measurement or standard quantity is called measuring system here. So if it is correct or wrong, how we are going to call? That is, we are going to compare. Example, you are watch only, you consider that one. Everyone, we are going to get same time only in all the watches. Previously the analog watch was there. If the battery was down, you are going to rotate that one and you will compare with the other watch. टाइम कितना हो रहा है भाई बोलने का, और उसके बाद हाँ आपका टाइम सेट कर देते थे, उधर से आप कंटिन्यूशन हो जाते. Yes or no? For every minute 60 seconds are there, for every hour 60 minutes are there. That is already standard. The standard, it is fixed, that one we are going to compare with the standard. That's it. Our watch, what is the time showing? We are going to compare with the standard. If there is no problem at all like that, we are having the standard values from the standard laboratories are there, international units are there, and all the things. Already by doing so many research experiments, they have fixed some value, standard deviation identified. Our experiment, any instrument, if it is correct or there for 20 volt, for 5 ampere, how much resistance is there, that is already standard fixed is all there. So according to that, we are going to instrument, we are going to measure, and that measured quantity we are going to compare with the standard quantity. That is called measuring instruments we are going to call here. The result of the measurement is expressed by a pointer. How we are going to measure? Almost the analog meters only I will consider here now. This is the some scale is there, pre-calibrated scale we are going to use here now, whatever it may be. The scale, we are going to one pointer, we are going to use this pointer, it is going to rotate here now, and it will indicate the particular value here now. So the measurement is expressed by a pointer deflection here now. This pointer, it is moving from 0 value to the non-zero value, it is going to move over a predefined scale. Predefined scale means that is the already scale is there here now. In a watch you consider, it is a predefined scale only we are going to use here now. The upper side 12, downside 6, like that here. It is a standard. This side 9, this side 3, like that. Yes, for every 3 hours. Then again the internal seconds, hours, we are going to mark that one. Predefined scale here. So the pointer, which one? The points, 3 points are whatever it may, hour pointer, second pointer, and minutes pointer is there. So that one, it is going to indicate that one here. So measurement is expressed by a pointer deflection scale for a predefined scale or number representing the ratio between the unknown quantity and the standard here. That is, it will represent the standard and unknown quantity here. That is the concept. The value of unknown quantity can be measured by direct method and indirect method. There are two methods are there, direct method and indirect method. How we can method indirectly? Indirect method and direct method. Suppose all of you know the Ohm's law. All of you know the Ohm's law. Ohm's law formula, all of you know, V equal to IR. Yes, V equal to IR is the formula for voltage here, no, or I equal to V by R. Anything we can write on here. I equal to V by R. Screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, sir.
R equal to V by I. So this one, actually this voltage or current formula we can derive from the Ohm's law here. Now according to Ohm's law, we are going to write V equal to IR and R, I equal to V by R, or R equal to V by R, V by I. All three formulas are same only. What it indicates, V means what it is? Voltage. Yes. V means voltage or current. I'm asking to you peoples only. V represents what?
Voltage.
Voltage. I represents
Current.
current. R represents
Resistance.
resistance here. No. So voltage will be measured by which meter?
Voltmeter.
Voltage will be measured by voltmeter. Current will be measured by
Ammeter.
ammeter, and resistance will be measured by
Resistance.
which one?
Rheostat.
Rheostat. It is going to measure the value. Ohm meter we are going to call. So voltage का यूनिट क्या है? वोल्ट है, वोल्ट मीटर हो गए. करंट का यूनिट क्या है? एम्पियर है, एमीटर we are going to consider. Resistance का यूनिट क्या है? ओम है, ओम मीटर we are going to call here. Ohm meter is already there in this syllabus. I will explain that one. So डायरेक्टली वोल्टेज चाहिए तो वोल्टेज मेजरमेंट कर रहे हैं हमने, डायरेक्टली मेजर कर रहे हैं दिस वन वोल्टेज. So that is called direct measurement here. The unknown quantity can be measured by direct method. We are not using any other method for voltage measurement के लिए voltmeter connect कर रहे हैं हमने, directly voltage measure कर रहे हैं. That is called direct measurement. If we want the current, we are going to measure the current by ammeter. We are going to measure the current. That is called direct measurement. By resistance, I want to measure means that is I am going to conduct this one directly. I am going to use the ohm meter. We'll get that one here. We'll get that one here. That is called direct method. That is called direct method. Example, suppose आपको कुछ तो हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम है, आप डॉक्टर के पास गए, वो डायरेक्ट डॉक्टर आपको उनका पास कौन सा टैबलेट है वही देख के गए ना, वो दैट इज कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट मेथड. उनके पास टैबलेट नहीं रहते उस टाइम में क्या करते, वो लिख के देते ना, उनके पास का टैबलेट कुछ तो डिस्क्रिप्शन लिख के देते ना, दैट इज कॉल्ड इनडायरेक्ट मेथड. डायरेक्ट डॉक्टर ही आपको टैबलेट दिए, सब कुछ भेज के घर को भेज दिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट ओनली. Like that, the voltage measurement we have to do, we are going to use the voltmeter. The current measurement we have to do, we are using directly ammeter here. So whatever the unknown quantity is there, that meter only we are going to use. That is called direct measurement. We are going to call here. That is called direct measurement here. There are Two methods are there. One is direct and indirect method here. Now, in direct measurement methods, the unknown quantity is measured directly instead of comparing with it with a standard value. We are not going to compare with standard value. Example, direct measurements are current by ammeter. Current by ammeter. We are measuring current by a ammeter, voltage by a voltmeter, and resistance by a ohm meter here. Now, power by a wattmeter. Power by a wattmeter here. That is called direct measurement we are going to call here. Suppose in this one, I want to measure voltage, but I don't have voltmeter. I want to measure voltage, but I don't have voltmeter. I have a ohm meter and I have a, suppose ये भी छोड़ दो अभी इधर consider करता हूँ. I have a voltmeter and I have a ammeter, but I want to measure the resistance. Is it possible? Is it possible? I have voltmeter and I have ammeter.
Yes, sir. Possible.
How? I don't have a ohm meter. Ohm meter नहीं है मेरे पास. Then how you are going to measure? By connecting the voltmeter, you can measure the voltage. Yes. Hello. By connecting a voltmeter, you can measure the voltage. By connecting the ammeter, you can measure the current here. No, if these two are the known quantities and we know the formula, by calculating this one, we will get the resistance value here. No.
Yes.
So we have calculated the resistance value. We have measured the resistance value. Then our quantity required. That is called indirect method only. That one only I am conveying you people here now. If I want to resistance measurement, if I use it directly ohm meter, I have used means that is called a direct method. Instead of ohm meter, I am using this voltage and ammeter here now. Voltmeter and ammeter current I am measuring here now and calculating the resistance value. That is called indirect method here now. In the indirect methods, the value of unknown quantity is determined by the measuring the functionally related quantity. These are functionally related, voltage and current. All are related only. V equal to IR here. No, one is unknown, another two we known, means we can calculate easily functionally related quantities and calculating the desired quantity rather than measuring directly here. That is called indirect method. So the measuring quantity, the value of the unknown quantity can be measured by two methods. One is direct method, another one is indirect method here. Is it clear? Any doubts here? Any doubts? Any doubts? Yes or no? You only have to give the reply.
No, sir.
No doubts. Then I will ask one question here now. By direct method, I am using direct meter. I am going to use here now. Okay, but that is the comparing with without comparing. That is the standard value we are going to call voltage के लिए. The calculated value. Suppose I will tell that one V equal to 10 volts. V equal to 10 volts. I equal to 2 ampere. I equal to 2 ampere. Okay. What is the value of R? R equal to
5, sir.
V by I formula, we know that one. V by I equal to 10 by 2. 10 by 2 equal to 5. But what I will do, I will do one mistake here now in a calculation. Instead of writing 5, I will write 4 here. Then how will I identify it is correct or wrong? By calculation itself, we can wrong. I made wrong. So in the indirect method, I have to compare with the standard value. Standard value से कैसे compare कर सकते हैं? In that, by connecting a ohm meter, we can calculate that resistance value. वो मीटर कनेक्ट करके रेजिस्टेंस मेजर कर सकते. For the same circuit, we have to connect a ohm meter and we have to cross verify or we have to compare with the standard value here. Now, then if it is correct or wrong, we are going to get that one. But if in the direct method, there is no need to compare with the standard because already for the voltage measurement, voltmeter only we are using. In that is a standard value. So in the indirect method, we have to compare with the known values or standard values. We have to compare that one here now. So this is called indirect method. We are going to call here. Okay. Next, we will go for the block diagram of measuring system here. This is the block diagram of measurement system here now. Measurement system. Suppose I will apply some force. I will apply to this one. That force I want to measure in the electrical signal. It may be voltage or current or resistance here now. So for that reason, what system we are going to use measuring system? That one we have mentioned here now. We have mentioned here now. So the block diagram of the measuring system consists of 6 blocks it has here now. So one is input, second one is sensing element, third one is signal conditioner, fourth one is display element, and fifth one is the output. The last one power supply is required for the sensing element को power supply चाहिए, signal conditioner को power supply चाहिए, display करने के लिए भी power supply चाहिए. एग्जाम्पल बोलता हूँ मैं डिस्प्ले के लिए. सपोज हमारा टीवी है, टीवी डिस्प्ले है ना वो. योर मोबाइल इज देयर, मोबाइल हैज डिस्प्ले. यस, it has the display, but इसको पावर सप्लाई नहीं है तो ऑन हो जाती क्या वो? Without power supply, your TV will get switched on? No. So the power supply is required for the display, signal conditioner, and sensing element. Okay. So what we will do, we'll give the input, and it may be force, temperature, or some whatever the weight we are going to use here. Okay. This one, the input we have given here now. This sensing element, it will senses that one. It is a air or it is a potential temperature or it is a pressure, whatever it may be. It will senses this one. Then this will sense and it will give to the signal conditioner. This signal conditioner, it will match the frequency. It will amplify that one, or it will convert from that signal into input signal into the required electrical output signal. It is going to the conditioner we are going to consider here now. Signal conditioner means as per our requirement, it is going to convert that signal by synchronizing and frequency matching everything and amplification also as per our requirement. It will send it to the display unit. This will give the display that one. That is our whatever the displayed value is there. That is our output here now. That is our output here now. This is very simple block diagram. Very simple. Each block we have some already I have explained. Input we are giving to the sensing element. This will sense that one what input signal is given to this one and convert into electrical required form here. This conditioner will amplify that one and it will frequency match that one. Then it will give to the display output element. It will convert that one into analog to digital or whatever the digital units are there. It is going to display that one. Whatever the displayed value is there, that is our output. And this power supply, it will suppose sensing element को 2 volts चाहिए, conditioner को 5 volts चाहिए. ऐसा all the units 3 blocks it required the power supply. It is going to give the power supply to these 3 blocks here. We'll consider input. Input to the measurement system is the parameters or quantity under observation which is required to be measured here. Now हमको क्या measure करना है? That is called input. We are going to provide here now. We are going to provide. The input can be, it may be temperature, pressure, force, flow, or whatever it may be. Okay. Next, that input we have applied, that is sensed by a sensing element here now. That sensing element. The sensing element senses or detects the physical parameters. Whatever the physical parameters are there, it is going to detect and or input under observation and convert into suitable electrical form. It is going to convert into suitable electrical form में conversion कर देते हैं. Resistance temperature detector we are going to call for temperature. Piezoelectric sensor. Whenever I will fold the paper, it will some electrons will produce over there. by a pressure, like that. We are going to, it is going to sensors we are going to use here. In a signal conditioner, the signal conditioner converts the output of the sensing element. Whatever the signals it will get from the sensing element, it is going to convert into suitable form to drive the display element. It will, the signal conditioner will converts into suitable form to drive the display element here. Now, it maybe it performs the amplifications and frequency matching response, signal isolation, it is going to do that one, or AC DC bridges example I am going to tell. Amplification it is going to do means amplifier, we can use that one. Op amp we are going to call that one. ENTC students they know very well about that. Next, the display elements are there. The display elements we can use as a CRO, DSO, LEDs, LCD display we can use here. Now, this one we are going to display that. It is going to display, the display element provides a visual or graphical or 3D representation of the input physical parameter under observation as output here. Whatever we are going to measure, that one it is going to display. It may be CRO, or in the analog signal we can measure, or it may be digital display, LED or LCD display here. But the main block is power supply here now, which is going to give the regulated power supply unit, which provides to the required excitation to the sensors, signal conditioner and display element here. For all the three blocks, it is regulated power supply. It is going to provide to these blocks here. This is the just block diagram of our basic concept, or block diagram of the measuring system here. Any doubts you can ask here. If you have any doubts. Any doubts? I'm asking to you people only, please speak out. Any one of you, you can, if you have a doubt, you can ask, otherwise I'll continue the next. You directly tell me, don't ask the question, sir, we don't have the doubt like that. Okay, this is the first concept of the first unit actually. The first concept was measurement of, introduction of the measuring system was the first concept. If you don't have any doubts, then we will move for the next topic, that is called standards. Standards and their classifications. Any doubts here? The block diagram? कोई कुछ पूछना चाहते? Any one of you? I'm not getting your voice at all. Nobody is replying, I think. See, out of 38 students, 31 are present, but present getting into the meeting is not important. How much you will gain and how we are going to interact, that is important. Gaikwad Siddhanath is there? Siddhanath Gaikwad, are you there in the meeting? समझ में आ रहा है क्या नहीं, वो बोलो पहले.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है, बट फिर रिप्ले करने के लिए प्रॉब्लम है सिर्फ, है ना? ठीक है. So next we'll go for the next point, the 1.2, that is called the standards and their classifications. Standards and their classifications. You can think that one, how the unit of voltage came as volt, how the unit of current came as ampere. They have already so many researchers they have done. Based on that, who has derived that one, the name came over there, and they have who has invented that one. So comparing with so many values, by doing so much research, they have fixed that one. So the standards are actually classified into 7 types. 7 types. Out of 7, first 4 are there. That is common for all the branch students here. That is common for all the branch. It is common, general standards we are going to call. It is not related to the electrical, mechanical, CS. It is related to the all branches, and even BSc, BA, all students it is related here. But the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are there. These are related to the circuit branch students. Circuit branch means ENTC, electrical, instrumentation, CSC, and all the things. Okay. Current, voltage, resistance, capacitance. Already we are just for you are studying for the electrical branch. For that reason, we have added this 4. Actually, in this 4 only we will cover all the things. Even the this current standards, voltage standards also we are going to cover here. So standard of measurement is a physical representation of a unit of measurement, which is realized by a reference to an arbitrary material, standard, or natural phenomena, including physical and atomic constants. You see, it is a physical representation. We are going to call standards. We are going to call. Suppose any one person is there. You are going to, what is your weight? You ask means they are going to tell in kg only, kilograms only. Yes, that is a physical representation. The arbitrary unit we are using to over there. कोई तो एक किराना शॉप में जाके मेरे को साकर दे दो बोल दे तो वो कितना पूछते हैं, आप क्या बोलते हैं? ऐसा दे दो बोलते क्या? 100 ड्रॉप्स ऐसा बोलते क्या? नहीं ना, 1 kg 2 kg ऐसे ही बोलते ना? Yes,
Yes.
1 kilo 2 kilo, that is the standards. You are going to everywhere you go and you are going to your weight or some whatever the quantity we are going to measure. Suppose you are going to go to petrol pump. Petrol pump, you will go to petrol pump. Then you will ask that one 2 kilo petrol डालते क्या हो? How you are telling 2 kg? That is measured by. That is measured in petrol will be measured in liters. Like that, they have for all the physical representation, a unit is there. In that unit only we are going to use, that is the arbitrary material unit we are going to call that. So that is the term. Standard is applied to a piece of equipment having a known measure of physical quantity, which is having known measure of physical quantity. Then only the standard is applied for that piece here. So that those are classified into 8 types. Actually, only 4 types are. It will cover all 8 here now. The first one I will consider here, that is international standards. So international standards means you can go all over world. The weight will be measured in kg only. Weight will be measured in kg only. Some suppose petrol diesels only, they are going to measure in liter only. Yes, the length. Suppose you want to purchase from one place to another place, how much length is there? They are going to tell in a kilometer. Kilometer means is nothing but kilo or meter. Both are same only, kilometer or meter. Yes, suppose कपड़े का शॉप को जाओ आप, एक कपड़ा चाहिए मेरे को शर्ट के लिए बोला तो how much meters? They will ask that one. Meter only they are going to ask. Anything as an electrical engineer you are going to go purchase the wire, then they will ask how much meters, foot, meter, like that they are going to ask about that. So the length will be measured by meter only. The mass will be measured by kg only. Time will be. So one more thing I forgot it. The very important thing, time only. Time only. For all over the world, you consider 1 hour equal to 60 minutes only. Or 1 minute equal to 60 seconds only. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is called international standard. Yeah, how some quantities or parameters we have, they have already designed for the international standards. Anywhere you go, that one. In a foreign country, you go to German and you will ask that one. The current will be measured in the form of, we can tell that one, ohm, like that. No, there also it will be measured in ampere. The temperature will be measured in degrees Celsius or Kelvin only. The luminous intensity will be measured by candela only. Time will be measured in seconds only. Seconds or minutes or hours only. Like that here. So the international standards are defined by international agreement. The worldwide already all the peoples, they have agreement, made agreement. That one, they represent certain units of measurement to the closest possible accuracy. They have already derived the experiment, done the experiment, they have already derived the value, and whatever the value it is going to give closest accuracy, based on that They have made the unit of that one symbol unit. They have already made that one accuracy, possible accuracy that production and measurement technology allow here now. So international standards are periodically checked and evaluated by absolute measurements in terms of fundamental units. They are going to, even internally, if any instrument we got that one, it is correct or wrong, we are going to check that one. So they are going to evaluate that products also here now. These standards are maintained at the International Bureau of Weights and Measures and are not available to the ordinary user of measuring instruments. कौन बोल दिया अभी हमको ये टाइम पे, अभी इधर है ना, हमने कितना भी स्पेस दे दो, ये टाइम है हमको, मैंने ऐसा बना सकता ना, मेरे 30 सेकंड्स को 1 मिनट होना है, ऐसा बना सकते? You can set your own, but internationally they have made agreements 60 seconds को 1 minute होना है बोल के, agreement बना है क्या नहीं? वो everywhere you go 60 second equal to 1 minute only, but you can change that one 30 seconds को भी मैं 1 minute बोलता हूँ बोल के. That is left to you peoples, that is only your personal only, but worldwide what we are going to use, we are using 60 seconds equal to 1 minute only, 30 seconds equal to 1 minute only. For that reason only everyone they will set the time for the rotation of the second cycle, that one here. Everywhere they are going to set that one here now. So comparison or calibration के लिए we are going to compare, we are going to available, not available for the ordinary person. This is the table, it is going to show some quantities we are going to call here. हमने बोल सकते ये मोबाइल है, ये 1 kg का है बोल के, 1 kg का बोल के प्रूव कर सकते क्या? प्रूव कर सकते? No. We have the standard international weights are there. Once we kept that over there, means it will give the exact weight of this mobile or any instruments we are going to call that one. That is called international standards. These are the called international standards here now. So next one, second one is primary standards we are going to discuss. The primary standards are also called as national standards we are going to call. International हो गए अभी. Next क्या है? National standards. National standards, these are available in the national laboratories only here now. So nationwide, so many difference are there. We can use the national standards. Example I can give that one. Even you consider some villages will go that one. They will not, doesn't have any watch and all the things, but they will tell the time correctly. How? They have their own standards. By observing the sunrise and by observing the shadow of the building and all the things, they will tell that. That is called their standard. Like that, some Indian, the nationwide standards are there. All nationwide standards are there. Those are called primary standards. We are going to call that one. Those are called primary standards. The primary standards are maintained by national standards laboratories in different places of the world. We can maintain the national Indian laboratory. It should be there in the German and US also. National standards we are going to call that. But we can maintain all over the world. We can place the national laboratory. We can assign the we can build the national laboratory and we can keep over there. So that is called example. Indians will purchase the fuels or whatever the diesel and petrols they are purchasing, going to be purchased by in the barrel types. Barrel may purchase karte, but while doing that one, they will, while selling that one, they will sell in the liters. They have their own standards. Our standards here now. We are going to count our money in rupees, but the foreign countries they will go into count in dollars. That is national standard. You can call that one. Yes. Worldwide same तो नहीं है. That they are going to count in dollars. We are going to count in rupees, but all over India we are going to count in rupees only. The amount we are going to count in rupees only. Yes.
In India, sir, yes.
Yes, that is called national. What it is applicable for India. We are talking about India only. So this is national standards we are going to call that one. That is called national standards. So the National Bureau of Standards is responsible for maintenance of primary standards. This is only national laboratories are responsible for maintenance of primary standards. Other national laboratories include the National Physical Laboratory. They can involve that one, they can include, that is called, it will include the National Physical Laboratories we are going to consider here. The primary standards, again, representing the fundamental units, is nothing but primary standards are not available for use outside the national laboratory. It is not available for the outside the national laboratories. ऐसा हमारा स्टैंडर्ड्स उनको दे दिया तो कितना भी पैसा का प्रिंट करके दे सकते थे ना, they can use na in the other countries, but it is not available. That is our standards. We have to maintain nation wise, they are going to maintain, that is each has the national standard we are going to consider here. It is not available for the ordinary persons also and other laboratories also. Outside the national laboratories, these are not available. One of the main function of primary standard is the verification and calibration of the secondary standards. But the secondary standards are there, they can get the data or they can check their instrument by using the national standards here. Now, I told that one we are going to measure in rupees. How much rupees we have to print in India, that is called national standards. But the printing is only the national laboratories, they will not print that one. The amount printing, the note printing companies are different over there, industries. They will take the reference from the national industries, national laboratories. They will take the reference, the printing machine is correct or not. They are going to calibrate by using the primary standards we are going to call. Next one is that one only, secondary standards. These secondary standards we are going to call as industrial standards here. We can call that one here. Industrial standards here. The secondary standards are the basic reference standards used in the industrial measurement laboratories. They have one industrial, in one industry, they have their own laboratories. Best example I will give that one. So the mobile only you consider. Each mobile, though their design is different. Oppo, Samsung, Apple, whatever the iPhone, Realme, Nokia, their design is different. Yes.
Yes, sir.
They have their own standards.
Yes, sir.
They have this Oppo, Realme, and Micromax, Apple. These are the companies only. This is nothing but industries only. Yes, the industries only. Those industries, they have their own laboratories, but without announcing, launching the product, they will get the confirmation from the national standards, national laboratories. They will get the confirmation, they will check, they will verify, then only they are going to launch their product. So national standards are available, applicable to calibrate the industrial laboratories. So they have their own industries level laboratories and they have their own standards over there. These standards are maintained by the particular involved industry and are checked locally against other reference standards in that area here now. So the secondary standards are generally sent to the national standard laboratories here. Secondary standards are generally sent to the national standard laboratories on a periodic basis for calibration and comparison against the primary standards. Note printing machine है, वो correct print कर रहे क्या नहीं बोल के वो national laboratory से they are going to get the data or they are going to get calibrated by the tools over there. They are going to get calibrated by tools over there. One more example I can give that one here. Next I will tell that one. Industry हो गया, industry. They are then returned to the industrial user with a certification. They are national laboratory peoples. They are going to give the certification. Your product is correct. It is calibrated, well calibrated. So you can use that one like that. They are going to give here now. So industrial user with a certification of their measured value in terms of primary standards, they are going to give that one. So example, next one more, last one is there. This is the fourth one. Working standards here. Working standards are related to that department only, particular principles of tools of a measuring laboratory here. See here, in any industry, they have their own departments. Again, the account section is different. See, example, engineering college only you consider, electrical department is different, computer is different, ENTC is different, like that, different sections are there. Yes, in a AICT under, I will tell that one. AICT is there. AICT is all over India. It is going to give the permission to run the engineering college. Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
AICT.
Yes.
AICT, that is called national standards. We are going to call that one. Once the national standards is over, the what they will give, it will give the appellation to the universities. What the universities will do, university wise is nothing but industry wise we are going to call that one here. This Pune University is different, Solapur University is different, Batu is different, like that different universities are there. Yes. According to their university level, they are going to set their syllabus, plan for the academic like that. So once you consider the Solapur University, again it has sub-departmental or whatever these laboratories are different. So different colleges are there under Solapur University. They have their own standards. Yes. Some colleges they have the electrical branch, some colleges they don't have the ENTC branch. Like that, they are maintaining their standards. Just some understand करने के लिए मैंने I am giving just example. Just I am giving the example here. Now, working standards compare with the other college only. Here only you can compare with Singard and Sperry colleges. They will not give the online classes. They will not effectively. They will not teach that one. No, if they have missed, they will not do that one. Like just for the admission, just they are handovering the degree. So many colleges are there like that. VVP is there. BMIT is there. Siddheshwar College is there. Yes, or there are not. But comparing that one, that standard is different, very standard is different, SKN standard is different, NBN standard is different. That is the working standards we are going to call that. Those standards are called working standards. Just for your understanding, I have taken these all the examples here. So working standards are the principal tools of measuring laboratory. Measuring laboratory ka principal tools are there. They are used to check and calibrate general laboratories instruments for accuracy and performance. They are going to check and compare with the industrial applications here. The college is admission kaise hai, placement kaise hai, isko application dena hai kya nahi dena hai, because every year university inspection will be there. Inspection rehte kya nahi, every year university inspection it is going to do. EICT will inspect for the universities. Like that, national laboratories, just I will finish this one. A manufacturer of precision resistances, for example, may use standard register in the quantity control department of his plant to check his testing equipment. In this case, the manufacturer verifies that his measurement setup performs within the required limits of accuracy. I will give one resistance value. You can check that one if it is a correct 10 ohms or not, like that here. The manufacturer exactly he will check or not. The machine is correct or not. How we are going to consider that one? The manufactured equipments will go for the testing. We will verify that one from the national laboratories or industrial laboratories. Then they will get the permission to launch that resistance. They can sell that one here now. That is called working standards. Who is actually manufacturing here now? They have their own standard working standards. They will get working standards are get calibrated by a secondary standard. Secondary standards are industrial standards. Industrial standards, and the industrial standards are calibrated by national standards. The national standards are calibrated by international standards here. One to another, all are linked over here. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubts?
No, sir.
No. So these are the four like that here. No. So current standards, voltage standards, we are going to measure in the current. We are going to measure in ampere. That is called, already I told, international standards only. Voltage also international standard. Resistance is also international. Capacitance also international standards. The capacitor, what is the unit of capacitor? Farad or Henry? Yes. The capacitor will be measured in farad or microfarad, picofarad, nanofarad also we are going to call that one. The resistance will be measured in ohms, and voltage will be resistance will be measured in ohms, voltage will be measured in volts, current will be measured in ampere. These all are the national, international standards are there already, not only national standards. Now I think you have understood the flow here. We are working place. In the working place, they have their own standards. They will check the permission from the industrial standards, that is called secondary standards. Secondary standards people, they will check the permission from the primary standards, that is called national standards. National standard laboratories, they are going to get the permission or calibration from the international level here now. So that is called, this is the standards and their classifications are there here. So the next concept we'll go for, that is called errors are there here. Now we are going to measuring something, then everyone will not get correct over there. Every answers we are not going to correct. And what are the possible errors are there, possibility of mistakes are there, that one we are going to discuss. We'll discuss in the next class. We'll discuss in the next class. So I will ask, feel free to give the suggestion, that one, anything you want more explanation or any improvement, you can tell that one. Now only beginning only you tell me, then according to that I will follow that one. समझ में आ रहा है concepts?
Yes, sir.
कुछ doubt नहीं है?
नहीं sir.
No, sir.
Same teaching method, can I proceed or anything you want to suggest? Method of teaching. Don't ask me, explain in Marathi. I don't know Marathi. I can speak, means I can understand, but I cannot speak. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Once you can ask, once I will explain, then again, if you continuously you are not understanding, then I will use the local languages. Otherwise, I'll continue in the English only. All of you are compatible in English, I think. Speaking with.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Okay, no problem. Then you are direct second year students, there is no problem. Actually, for the regular students, they're getting difficulties. Okay, can I stop here only then? Some people you have not added the roll number should be order. All of you, whole class should be follow only one roll number only. And one more thing, whatever your class coordinator is VS Avan sir. So how he will tell, according to that one only you have to keep your roll numbers. You follow the instruction of your class coordinator only. This Zoom meeting links and the name Sunil Sule. You have to change your roll numbers according to the name. Display name should be changed. You once after joining the meeting you will change, means it will not affect that one. Only for this meeting it will change. But once you logged out, after that you can try that one. When you are go to profile and check your name, edit your profile over there. Okay. So we'll continue in the next class. I'll stop here only. Thank you one and all.